something. As a matter of fact, a philosopher said life is not worth living if there's nothing to die for. So you see that if you are not standing for something, you will fall for anything. Ladies that accept proposal from doorpost to doorpost, they are not standing for anything. They have no focus. So any Tom, Dick, and Harry that has physical features can easily get them. You can't build on that. I call such ladies diva ladies. Diva ladies are the ones that follow frivolity. They're after wealth. They're after fame. They're after personality. Now, when the hostility of the person begin to manifest, they are the first to complain. Now, listen to the process of coming to that point where you are married. There's a process. Everybody say process.
Process.
The first time you engage the opposite sex in a relationship, maybe it can even be an event. You went for a burial program, and the lady approaches, a guy approaches you and says, "I just like you. Can we meet?" And you begin to give God praise. That's not the time to give God praise. That's the time to engage your brain. That's the time to engage your mind and drag out the knowledge you have accumulated over time. The first stage is called infatuation stage or honeymoon stage. Every relationship passes through that process. If you dare say "I do" to a guy without going through this process, the relationship may falter. The first stage is infatuation stage. That's why I told you, when I saw that lady, it's like I skipped some things. I was not infatuated. I just knew, because I was loaded with basic information of what I needed. I just knew. But the process still took place. I loved what I saw. I admired what I saw. All right? From the infatuation stage or the honeymoon stage, you go to the stage called the reality stage. Everybody say reality.
Reality.
All right, now that's why you need to date. Dating is not a biblical concept. It's a contemporary concept. It has been abused. Scripture does not believe in dating, because in those days, the father of the home is the final authority. A father takes a daughter for his son because of the family, because of the quality. So when daddy said that is going to be your wife, you believe in like you believe God. That is why dating was not in the Bible. But in these days where knowledge has increased, where you need to know for yourself and parenting has not become contaminated, you need to know for yourself. Am I talking to people here today? There are parents that pick spouses for their children based on influence, money, connection. That can lead to further error and generational problems. So we don't base our future on them anymore. You need to know for yourself, just the way you get born again for yourself. In those days, a father leads his household to salvation. But today, we have ungodly parents. So you need to know God for yourself and marry for yourself. Okay, now look at it. The reality stage is the stage where the character you did not see the first time you admired the guy, or the guy admired you, you begin to see it. You just discover that he drinks beer. Beer as in like water. And it is not in your future to have a beer drinking husband. Now that you see that reality, you will be foolish to continue. Anything you see, if you go past that stage, you are responsible. Supposing you begin to see some danger signs, you discover that he can be angry and he strikes. You just got angry one day, fine, beautiful lady, just give you slack. Then suddenly the fake stage comes back again. Oh, sorry. I did not mean to do that. You'll be a fool to think that he has changed. He just recalled that he needs to carry on with the act. So the reality stage is the stage where the real person begins to manifest. If both of you succeed in seeing your real self to an extent, because you cannot know a human being for life, you see the basic things you need to see. See, when you get to that level, start talking about what the future holds. Find out, if you're a lady, what is your passion? What do you want to become? Where are you going in life? Where are you coming from? That is where you talk about foundations. Find out about his uncles. If he's uncle-less, auntie-less, motherless, fatherless, you're about to get married to Melchizedek. No generation. And I can tell you, Melchizedek only manifested once and vanished. The moment you marry, your man will vanish. You'll be looking at his image and picture in your house, but you'll not be able to touch him. So that is where you open your mouth and talk. Ladies, listen to me. It's not a time to say, no, now, anything you say is okay by me. Well, if you say we should not go, it's okay by me. I pity you. You will not last. You will die on time. Because the reality stage is the stage to be real. Quarrel if you need to quarrel. Shout if you need to shout. Bone if you need to bone. Hiss if you need to hiss. Those things help your innermost part to come out to the surface. Some people are afraid to get each other offended. And the guy just say, come on, my dear, why did you do this? Say, oh, sorry. You, as a lady, you just kneel down. As you pay your dowry. As you pay your bride price. You now need that, please, my Lord, I'm sorry. You shut up your mouth. You are just being self-righteous. That's not the time to say Lord. That's not the time to form you are well brought up. He just shouted on you. There's many more of shouting from where that one came from. So you need to provoke him deliberately sometime and see what he's like when the chips are down. So when you go past that reality stage, the next stage, you want to know the next stage? A lot of people don't survive reality stage. Some go to the next stage on pretense. Those are the ladies you find in their father's house 2 weeks after wedding. 2 months after wedding, they are still in their father's house. What are you doing there? No, it's okay. He traveled. He's out of the country. And that's why I'm back. He traveled. He's not around. You shut up your own. He has a home. He has a house. Go stay there and establish yourself. And as a matter of fact, for as long as your parents have chopped bride price, you should not be back to that house to start chopping things. Go to your husband people's place and settle. If he's not in town. A lot of people want to deceive relatives and friends. No, I just came to spend some time at home. You should not be in your father's house. You should be in your husband's people's house. Someone listen to me right now. After reality stage, we have what we call engagement. It is now the rejoining wants to start. The faults, the good part you have seen, you have either accepted or you have rejected. You tell yourself the truth. I think I can cope with this. I'm good to go. After the engagement level is where courtship opens up. Courtship is an equivalent of getting married. Family members are beginning to know each other. They know that, oh, our son is going out with this lady. Our daughter is this person. That's when casually your father will say, this man we are always seeing here. Who is he, by the way? Say, Daddy, not to know. Daddy, not to know. He's just a friend. He's not a friend. They bring him here. Because family members are getting involved now. And let me tell you your reaction, if that relationship is genuine, you are not afraid to tell Daddy, Daddy, this is the person we are waiting for. You understand me? But when there is fear, yes, keep it at that level because it's not real yet. So these are the stages that you go through before you get to that level where you say, all right, if you go through these stages successfully, in 1 month, go ahead and propose. In 1 week, go ahead and propose. But you and I know that that's not possible.
Not possible.
This
not
process
possible.
needs time. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. So, if the time for you people to start saying the truth takes 5 years, if you have the patience, be there, be deceiving each other. The day you tell the truth, you see something is inside the human mind. If somebody is telling you lie, it's lying. Even if you cannot prove it, there's a reservation. Something clicks, deflects on your inside. You know that, I don't know, Shabbat, let me just trust him. You begin to struggle in your innermost being. You understand? But when there is truth, I can tell you, practically speaking, I met my wife. By the end of the month, we were already talking about wedding date. In 1 month.
1 month, sir.
In 1 month.
Wow.
We were already talking about wedding date. Because the few encounters we had, everything I had, I released it. What am I keeping it for? This one I am. I told her on the first encounter, the first day we sat down to talk, I said, I don't do boyfriend. I don't do girlfriend. I said, as you're seeing me now, I am ready to settle. Boyfriend, girlfriend is not in my dictionary. This is who I am. And she also told me that she doesn't do that. So while we were talking, we were seeing similar values. I told her, see, I don't believe in going into ladies. I don't test. I don't do those things. And she told me the same thing. Hey, guy, it will be an error for me to slack. If you slack, you will lack. And this is not something I want to lack.
That's true.
So I told myself, this one, I will catch her. So while I gave her space to make up her mind, I was praying. She has never heard me say this one. Pray, oh God, let her be free for me. Baba God. God answered my prayers. When she finally accepted, boy, you can imagine. It didn't take her long. It didn't take me long. I've already wired my family. She did the same thing. Within 6 months, we were set for wedding. In the next 1 year, We are husband and wife in the house.
Glory.
Praise God.
Somebody celebrate God.
And let me tell you, it's still working.
It's working.
As I'm talking to you,
It's
I'm
working.
still dating
It's
her.
working.
It's still working. Yes, because we are still boyfriends and girlfriends.
Okay,
Till Jesus comes.
yeah. That's my papa's beautiful, elegant wife standing right there at the back.
Yes, she
Thank
is.
you very much, Ma, for saying yes.
Yes, she is.
to
She is.
Papa.
Help me thank her again for saying yes.
Thank you, Ma, for saying yes.
Aya.
We thank God for answer to prayers.
Yes.
That endearing words. Papa, do call Mama.
Sweetie.
Sweetie.
Be very careful.
Okay, right about now, we want to take a break. And we want to, some persons brought questions. And we want to give justice to this question.
Okay, the first question here says, how can one cope with a person who does not know how to tell you when you err or when you are wrong?
That's a big problem. Who does not know?
Yeah, who does not know
That means
how?
that he has been misparented. That's what we teach our people here. SPT keys. You learn how to say sorry, please, thank you from your home. Everybody listen. This is key. That means that the person has missed certain upbringing. Are you getting me? Beautiful. It's time to visit a counselor and learn. You must learn because it's needed. Yeah. That's the way. You must learn. Yeah.
There are two questions here. The first one says, what should you do when you have someone in mind and he does not want to see you with another boy? That is one. The second one, what should you do? Or how will you know the real or fake boy? Okay, let me put it this way. How will you know the real person for me, the right person for me? And how do you also identify the wrong person?
But meanwhile, let's deal with that jealousy thing first. Jealousy is a spirit. It's not the fruit of the spirit, but it's a spirit. If a guy is possessive of you and you are not married yet, that's a big problem. It shows that he is not secure. It shows that he is not secure. He does not trust your affiliation with another person. And you see, the Bible says, to him that is pure, all things are pure. To him that is defiled, all things are defiled. A liar sees everybody as a liar. A thiefer, is there a word like that? One that steals. Sees every other person like a thief. You understand me? So he feels less deserving. He feels that you are too pretty, you are too flamboyant for him to keep. So if he sees you frolicking with some other person or socializing with other people, he has a problem. That is not good enough for relationship. If you go find out that guy had problem with his upbringing, his affiliation with his mom was faulty. Because it is mom that builds the confidence in the presence of the opposite sex in a guy. Your closeness and your friendship with your mom gives you a psychological stability in the presence of the opposite sex. And vice versa. If a lady was never close to her father or never had a father figure in her life, she will begin to have problem with the opposite sex whenever. Relationship goes sour, she cannot maintain, she's unstable because there is something that is supposed to have infused into her that was never there. All right? This is where pastors come in again. Pastor help them to balance out by the teaching of the word and giving them love and acceptance. Okay, now, if that guy is jealous, please slow it down. It's a problem that must be solved before you go and say, I do. Jealousy is a spirit. In the Bible, if a husband is jealous and he hits the wife and she dies, they say, fine. He's no more pleased with her. The spirit of jealousy can settle on him. It's a bad spirit. Most men have killed their wives because they were jealous. It is the jealousy spirit that came on board and they couldn't tame it. It's a killer spirit. So what I encourage both of you to do is